Welcome back to Release Control, episode 17, coming from my fucking living room. Alright, so I am pre recording this early, a couple of days early, because I am going on vacation, Christmas vacation. I'm going to go pick up my daughters and bring them back to me so I can spend Christmas with them. And I'm fucking excited. I spent a couple of days with them before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to spend Christmas with them. For about a week or so, I'll have them, and then I'll take them back home. But yeah, I'm excited. I'll be leaving here in a couple of days to go pick them up, and I can't wait. So I am pre-recording this. That way I can spend all my time with them and focus on them. So yeah, this will come out. Let me see. This will come out right before Christmas, so on the 23rd. So I just want y'all to, this podcast episode, we're going to talk about mindset, how we talk to ourselves, all the negative thoughts, positive thoughts, really everything that we do to create our reality, create how we think, create the things that we do, right? But before that, I just want y'all to really use this time to really think about the things that you're grateful for, right? Family, friends, your kids, your partner, husband, wife, whoever it may be. And really just take a moment to really, think about the blessings you have in life and really show a little bit of gratitude for the things that we have, right? I'm very thankful for my daughters. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for having a good job. I'm thankful for, all kinds of things, individuals in my life. There's a lot that I am thankful for. So the more that we can, and we've talked about this before in other episodes, the more that we can focus on what we are grateful for, the happier we're going to be in life. Where we're not just focused on the negative things, the things we don't have, right? So practice gratitude, show up every single day, and be grateful for the things that you have in your life and not necessarily focus on the things that you don't have, right? And it's something that I struggle with. It's something that I have to really focus in on every single day. But it's helped. It's helped me along the way. So with that being said, let's jump right into this episode, right? So we're going to talk about the power of words. How we talk to ourselves, the things that the little voice in our head says to us. How we talk to ourselves shapes our actions, shapes the things that we do. So if you're talking to yourself in a negative way and you're telling yourself that you're a loser, you're fat, you're not worthy of love, you'll never find love, you'll never have X amount of money, you'll never make it, you'll never get that promotion, then you're going to stay in that constant negative mentality, that negative mindset that's not about abundance, right? We're living in a world of lacking, the world of I'm not good enough. And we really need to change how we talk to ourselves, the things that we say, right? And the way we talk to ourselves should be how we talk to our friends. How many of us talk to our friends, when they're struggling, when they're having hard times, and we just destroy them, we just belittle them, we say the worst things? Not many of us, right? So I want you to really focus on talking to yourself the way that you talk to your friends. Because you should be your best friend. You should be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest advocate. The one rooting for you, the one always there for you is always going to be you. So you should be talking to yourself in a way that is so positive, in such a direct, positive light where you can accomplish anything. That's where I want us to get to, and I'm working on it myself. In the past I've always would talk to myself in a negative way, but now I've really focused, really honed in on making sure that I talk to myself with the correct words that are going to align me with what I want, with what I want to do. So instead of saying negative things, and sometimes I still catch myself saying those negative things, we need to really hone in and change that. As soon as you notice it, as soon as you say, damn, I'll never find love, as soon as you catch that, you have to have that self-awareness to catch it, then you put a stop to it. You say, you know what, no, you're wrong. You will find love. It's going to take some time. There's not going to be any rush into it, but you're going to find it. Or you will get that promotion, but you have to do X, Y, and Z. The way we talk is so freaking important. And if you know, you know. And if you're one of those individuals that have always had positive talk, you've always talked good to yourself, and you've always had those positive words, and you've never really had to challenge your thoughts, then by all means, amazing. But for us that have grown up in environments that maybe we don't get the reassurance or the love or the the parent that told you, hey, I'm proud of you, you're amazing, keep doing what you're doing, you can do anything, you can chase your dreams, it's going to take work but you can do it. If you've never had that growing up or in any type of environment where you've been around, then it's hard or harder for you to see that. So if you're like me and this is a challenge for you, then I commend you. Keep going. Keep making sure that those words are positive and not negative, right? And that leans into, or that moves us into our inner critic, right? Our inner critic and our inner coach. And this is tough, right? Your inner critic, that little voice in your head saying you're not good enough, or you'll never get that promotion, or you'll never do that, or you can't run 5 miles. That is the voice that we need to quiet. And to quiet that voice, you need to have your inner coach. You need to have that cheerleader. You need to have that voice that's on your side saying, you know what? You can do 5 miles. It's going to suck. It's going to hurt. It's going to be painful, but you can do those 5 miles, or you will get that promotion, or you can start that business. I believe in you. That's what you need showing up for you every single day of your life, is that inner coach rooting for you, making sure that they talk to you in a way that is going to build you up. That way you can get to where you want to go. Right? Understanding that impact. Words have impact. Words have meaning. It goes back to the shit you tell yourself, you start believing and you start living. Right? So if you say you'll always be poor, you'll never start a business, or you'll never have money, then you will always be in a world where you're lacking. An environment where you're lacking. So this takes work every single day. It may take minutes, hours where you're practicing this every single day. But if you can do it, if you can really hone in on the words that you say, how you talk to yourself, every single, whether it's minutes, hours, daily, then you are going to transform how you see the world. You are going to transform how you talk to yourself. And it goes back to, you don't talk to your friends that way. You don't destroy your friends. You don't belittle your friends. You don't say negative things to your friends. Maybe sometimes you do, but you don't do it to the point where you are destroying their self-esteem. Then why would you do that to yourself? And that's how I had to talk to myself. Why would you talk to yourself this way? 1, it's not true. And 2, all you're doing is destroying yourself more and more every single day. So be careful with what you say and how you talk to yourself. Rewiring those negative thoughts. Rewiring those patterns, right? It's affirmations, it's journaling, it's mindfulness, it's self-talk, right? So let's talk about affirmations. You wake up every single day with an affirmation, right? That I'm amazing. I will conquer the world. I will do X, Y, and Z. Whatever your affirmations are, get some affirmations, say it every single day, and believe it. Journaling has been amazing for me. I started journaling, and it just fucking eases your thoughts, because if you're an overthinker like I am, and I've gotten a lot better with overthinking, you journal. Journal all your thoughts down. Get them out of your head. Get all that energy out of your body. Because if you don't get them out of, if you don't talk to somebody about your thoughts and your feelings, and you're not journaling your thoughts and your feelings, all it's doing is a vicious cycle in your head over and over and over again, to where your words become harmful and your self-talk becomes negative, right? So again, all this can be learned. It's all techniques. It's all a matter of putting in the work, putting in the effort to get better, to improve how you talk to yourself, to improve how you show up for yourself, right? So journaling has been a game changer for me, especially these last couple of months. Going through everything that I've gone through, it has tremendously changed how I view life, how I see myself, how I see everything. And I'm not just sitting in my constant thoughts, my constant disappointments, my constant constant what ifs, of just overthinking everything and trying to analyze this and overthink that and control this. I've been able, with a lot of work, and I'm not 100%, I'm probably 50, 55, 60%, which is a lot better than where I used to be, of being able to talk to myself in a manner that is positive, being able to control my overthinking, being able to identify it, analyze it, and fucking move on it and let go of, hey, I can't control the outcome of that. I can't control how they think or how they feel or what they want. I can't control that. All I can do is control my reaction and how I show up to things. And by doing that, by understanding that, has changed how I view it, a lot of different things in life. And mindfulness, being mindful of life, of what you have, what you don't have, of what's going on around you, is so fucking important. And then self-talk, I've already mentioned it. Self-talk is everything. How you talk to yourself can either make or break your life, can either help or ruin your life. And if you're struggling with this, I recommend, whether it's getting some therapy, counseling, whatever it is, find a way to get the skill sets to improve how you talk to yourself, how you show up for yourself, and just how you live on a day-to-day basis, because it matters. What you say to yourself matters, right? Why would you want to put yourself down when you can uplift you? Because no one else is going to do it. No one else is going to show up for you. No one else is going to believe in you. At the end of the day, you are fucking born with just you, and you're going to die with just you. You are going to be the only person to never ever leave you. People are going to leave you. People are going to love you. People are going to fucking fall out of love with you. But you have to be the one that always shows up for you. You have to be the one that always loves you. You have to be the one that is always going to be there for you. And if you're not going to be there for you, then who the hell do you have? Because, yeah, maybe for 6 months you may have somebody. Maybe for 2 years you may have somebody. But when that relationship ends, when that friendship ends, who do you have? You have to have you. You have to. You have to be your biggest fucking coach, your biggest cheerleader, your biggest fucking fan. You have to be the one that loves you the most. Love yourself more than anyone can possibly love you. And that's something else that I've learned these past couple of months is I wasn't showing up for myself. I wasn't loving myself. I didn't see myself in a positive light. I didn't have a lot of self-love. And I required it from other people. I needed it from other people to feel validated, to feel like I was important, to feel like I was worthy. And it sucks to be there. It sucks to need other people. And it wasn't easy. It was a transformation. It was me hitting rock bottom, knowing that, hey, no one's going to love you the way you love you. No one's going to show up. If you want a certain type of love, you want someone to show up for you a certain way, that has to be you. And you cannot expect it from someone else. You cannot require it from someone else. You cannot beg it from someone else. You cannot hope someone else loves you the way you expect or need. It's going to be on you. It's an individual job, I guess, for the lack of better words, to love yourself the way that you need, to show up for yourself the way that you need. And it takes work, it takes effort, it takes a lot of work, right? And then it's so important to have self-awareness in catching these negative thoughts, like I mentioned before. When you have these negative thoughts, you have to have that self-awareness to catch it, right? Let's just example be like, hey, you're working and you mess something up and you're like, fuck, God, you're a stupid fuck. I told you you're stupid. God, you can never get this right. As soon as you catch yourself, you rewire those thoughts. You reword what you're saying to yourself. You rewrite it, because it's like code, right? You have to rewrite it. You have to rewire your fucking brain. All the years of negative self-talk, negative self-image, negative everything, you have to start rewiring, rewriting everything that you've ever told yourself. And it's going to take time. It's not going to be 2 months, 3 months, who knows? It's going to be different length for everybody, but it's going to take time. But I'm telling you, if you put in the work, you're going to be a happier person. You're going to live a more fulfilled life. You're going to live a happier life. Now, you're not going to be happy every single day, because that's impossible. But you're going to live a better life than what you're living right now, that you're overthinking, negative thoughts, always fucking thinking that you're worthless, never feeling happy, never feeling fulfilled. You have to rewire, you have to do the work. And is it ugly? Yes. Is it painful? Yes. Is it fucking fun? No. But you're improving. You're getting better. You're showing up for yourself. You're loving yourself. You're actually saying words that are nice to yourself. You're not belittling yourself. You're building yourself up. You're lifting yourself up. You're showing up for yourself. That's the difference. That's where your life is more fulfilled. That's where you start having a fucking purpose. That's where you start showing up for yourself. When you love yourself. When you know what you're worth. Because if you can't love yourself, then you'll allow anyone and everyone to walk all over you and treat you any type of fucking way. And I've learned that. I've learned that. So, if you're still listening, please find the skill set, whether it's finding a therapist, a coach, whatever it may be, to start getting the skills that you need to start improving your words to yourself. Because at the end of the day, words fucking matter. And you fucking matter. And how you show up for yourself fucking matters. Because at the end of the day, you only have you. Right? And then with self-talk and confidence, your mindset influences self-esteem and decision-making. Right? So it goes back to self-esteem and your mindset, how you see yourself, how you think of yourself, the things that you say to yourself. It matters. You build up your self-esteem. If you talk to yourself like shit, if you think you're worthless, then your self-esteem is going to be low. And we don't want that. I don't want anyone that's listening to this or anyone out there to have low self-esteem, because at the end of the day, everyone is worthy of love. Everyone is worthy of having a good life. Everyone is worthy of loving themselves. Right? I don't care how many red flags you have or how many bad things you've done in your past. Everyone is worthy of love. Everyone is worthy of having someone that cares about them. But most importantly, everyone is worthy of having themselves love themselves. Right? You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to show up every single day for yourself and have your own back. So I want you to build that self-esteem up, because I know right now, if you have negative self-talk, then your self-esteem is probably not very high. I've been there. I know what I'm talking about because I've been there. I'm that person. None of this stuff that I talk about is anything that I've never experienced myself. When I was a kid, my self-esteem was fucking low. When I was in high school, my self-esteem was low. And then because I didn't get the girls that I wanted, because I didn't have the game that I wanted. So, I built that up. And I built it up in a way that I used it to hurt women, to use women, because I felt as a kid not getting noticed, not getting the love that I wanted from certain women. I would use them for sex. Obviously, I would date them, have some type of relationship, got the affection that I needed, got the sex, and then, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. I never pursued it or whatever. I never tried hard on any relationship to make it work, because all I wanted was to feel that love at the moment, at the time. And I was using it wrong. And I was doing it in a way to hurt people, because I was hurt as a kid. I just wanted them to feel like how I felt. So I know what it's like to have low self-esteem. You do shit that you're not proud of. You talk to yourself in a way that you're not proud of. And you live a life that you're not proud of. Right? So yeah, that's that. And that was probably very in depth of my young adult life. But there's things in my life that I wasn't proud of. But it is who I am now. It made me who I was, or who I am. And our past does that. Our past does not have to define who you are, your future self, right? You take the things that you've done in your past, you learn from it, and you grow you grow to become a better person. So that's definitely something to really think about. Your self-esteem is so important. Without it, you're not gonna win in life. You're not gonna find love. You're not gonna have the job. You're not gonna have the life you want because your self-esteem is so low that you feel like you're worthless, that you feel like you don't deserve something. And it goes to overcoming your limited beliefs in yourself, right? Because your self-talk reinforces beliefs that hold us back, right? If you talk in a way that it's so negative that you're worthless, you're not smart, you won't have that promotion because that person is smarter than you. You're holding yourself back, and you think that it's real, but it's not, because it's your brain or the little voice telling you a bunch of lies, a bunch of bullshit, right? So you have to catch yourself when you're doing that, and bring yourself back. You have to challenge yourself when you're having those moments and you're saying those words. You have to challenge yourself immediately, and then you have to replace them with positive words, with words that are going to empower you. And if you're not doing that and you don't know how, then you have to start with that self-awareness. You have to be able to catch yourself when you're talking to yourself in that way, catch yourself, and then fucking, replace those words with empowering words. And that's how you start. It's baby steps every single day. I'm 44 years old and I'm still struggling with this. No one has life figured out. Nobody does. And if someone says they have life figured out, they're fucking full of shit. They're full of shit. No one has life figured out, because it changes. One day you think you got it, 1 week you got it, a month you got it. Next thing you know, life fucking punches you in the face. And that's the great thing about life. It's changing. It's pushing you. It's making you fucking pursue greatness, right? Because it changes all the time. And that's the good thing about life. It changes. Every season is different. Every season is new. Every year is new. And it goes back to 2024 is almost over. I started this podcast in August. This is episode fucking 17. Episode 17 already. I haven't missed a week except for that 1 week that I had, or that one Sunday I had food poisoning that I was supposed to fucking do my podcast, and I was sick. But I knocked it out the next week. So I'm behind a week. And that's okay. You don't stop. You keep going. So don't ever believe that you're not good enough. Don't ever believe you're not smart enough. You're not attractive enough. You can't do this, or you can't do that, or whatever, that they're better than you. It's not. None of that is true. It's just your fucking self-talk, your brain, that little voice in your head telling you a bunch of bullshit that is not real, that is not true, that you do not need to fucking believe. So the quicker you can catch that and change those beliefs, change those words, you can start empowering yourself, and it's going to transform your life. It's going to transform how you think, how you talk, how you show up. You are going to be a different fucking person when you start having the self-confidence, the self-talk, the belief in yourself that you are great. It is going to be a 180 of who you are to who you can become. It's a total fucking game changer. I'm telling you right now. Again, if you're like me and you struggle with some of these things, put in that work. It's uncomfortable. It's not fun, but it is a fucking game changer, because once you can get your thoughts, your brain, your mindset to there, and you can get it so strong, nobody can fucking tear that down. Nobody can change that. And it is a fucking powerful place to be. So your mindset and relationships, the impact of self-talk on how we show up in relationships, right? How to stop projecting insecurities and create healthier connections. That matters. Your mindset and relationships, it matters. Right? If you think to yourself that you're not good enough, you're not attracted enough for somebody or for that person, you're gonna have insecurities. You're gonna think that they're cheating. You're gonna think that you're not attractive enough for them, and you're gonna have self-doubts. You're gonna have insecurities that show up. You're gonna start arguments because you feel a certain way, and it's going to ruin relationships. It's going to ruin, whether it's friendships or romantic relationships. It's going to ruin them. So it's so important that you catch it now and you start working on yourself now. It's so important. And what I want you to do is I want you to start creating a growth mindset, shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset in everyday life. viewing failures as opportunities for growth rather than personal attacks. That is what I've struggled with my entire life up until recently, is looking at everything as a failure. If I wasn't able to complete something, if I wasn't able to be successful in something, I saw it as a failure and not as an opportunity to get better, as an opportunity to grow as a person. I saw it as a failure. I stopped and I did not go forward with it because I thought I was a failure, because I thought I wasn't good enough, because the words in my head were negative. It was a fixed mindset. I did not have a fucking growth mindset of, hey, this failure, boom, I learned something. Okay, let me keep going. Oh, failure, boom, I learned something. Let me keep going. Now I'm better. Every time that you fail and you keep going, you're better. You're a little bit better. You're a little bit better, and then you'll get to where you want to get. I didn't see it that way. I saw it as, you weren't smart enough. You weren't strong enough. You weren't fast enough. That's why you failed. You suck. You're not good enough. It always went back to, you're not good enough. You do not deserve this. You will not have it because you're not good enough. And that is such a fucking fucked up place to be. It's such a hard place to get out of. At least for me, it was a hard place to get out of. But I have the self-awareness now to identify it, to really work on it, to change the words when they pop up, to be able to use more positive terms with myself. And it really is a fucking game changer. It really is. So if you struggle with this, if you struggle with the failures and you stop at a failure and you don't continue going because of whatever you tell yourself, then really remember this. Everyone's going to fail at something, right? Especially if you start something new. Like this podcast is so fucking new to me. 17 episodes. I'm still learning so much. I'm still learning how to story tell, how to tell what I want to say in a way for people to listen. I'm learning not to use filler words. I'm learning how to edit. I'm learning a lot of different things. And it takes time. It takes effort. It takes patience. It takes you learning. It takes you failing to get better. Right? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with failing every single step of the way until I get to where I want to be. Fucking allergies. To get to where I want to be. I'm okay with that now. Before, I would fail and I would quit. So if you're like that, if you're like me, then I want you to know you can change how you show up for yourself. You can change how you see failure. You can change how you see everything. It just takes time. It takes effort. It takes work. It takes accountability. It takes self-awareness. It takes a lot. But you can do it because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It sucks. It's hard. You know, sometimes you just want to give up because that is what you're so used to, just giving up. When things get hard, you just give up. And just like, oh shit, well, it didn't work out. Oh well, it's not meant for me. It's so easy for me to go back there. I've done it. There's been moments where I'm like, fuck, it's just easier to give up. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm never gonna grow. Maybe this podcast thing isn't for me. But then I take a moment and I'm like, no, you know what? Fuck no. If so-and-so can make a fucking podcast and talk about stupid shit and get 1 million fucking views of nothing that's fucking substance, then I can do it. If that person can show up every single day for themselves and do that podcast, I can do it. If someone can show up for themselves and love themselves, I can do it. Because if anyone out there can do something, you can do it. So if you're listening, you can do anything that you fucking want. You just have to have the right mindset. You have to not give up on yourself. You have to love yourself enough to not give up on yourself. Because the world will give up on you. The world will consider you a failure before you're a failure. So I don't want you to ever think of yourself as a failure, because the world will see you as a failure. The world will judge you. The world will talk about you. So why be that another voice saying negative shit about yourself? Why not be the voice that empowers yourself? Why not be the voice that roots for you? Why not be the voice that loves you? Why not be the voice that knows that you're not going to give up? Why not be the voice that's going to love you no matter what? That's where I want you to be at. That's where I want to be at. So, something to think about, something to really really focuses in on is your mindset, the words that you use, how you show up for yourself every single day. Because at the end of the day, like I said before, you're the only one that's gonna fucking show up for you. And if you don't show up for yourself, who the hell else is going to show up for you? You know? And if you don't love yourself, how the hell is anyone else going to love you? And that's something that I've really had to sit in. Like, if I don't love myself, how the hell can I expect anyone else to love me? To think that I'm worthy of love or relationship if I don't even think of myself in that way? Because if you don't think of yourself in that way, you don't show up in that way. You show up in a needy, fucking insecure way, and people can see that, people can feel that. So, and I've been there. Everything that I've talked about this episode, I've been there. Some part of my life, I have been there. So I really want you to really focus in on daily practices of positive talk. Whether that's every single morning that you wake up and you know, showing your gratitude, your few things that you're grateful for. I want you to really practice that self-talk. Those small habits, you know, the morning affirmations, the gratitude, the visualization exercises. Visualize you already there. Like, I've already visualized that this podcast will be in the top 100. I'm already there. I'm living that life. Because at the end of the day, I will not give up. I won't. I will not give up on this podcast because I believe in what I'm doing to my fucking bones. I believe that I am helping people. I believe that what I'm saying can help people because I've lived a life of self-doubt, of believing I'm not worthy, of being scared to try things, of being worried about what people say. I've lived there. I've been married. I'm divorced. I've been in a relationship with someone that I loved more than I've ever loved anyone, and it's ended. And here I am standing. Never thought that I would fucking, be able to get through that. I'm here. So I have a view on life that some people are struggling with right now or may come across in a couple of months. So I've been through shit, and we've all been through shit. That's the great thing about being a human is we all have the ability to help somebody because my story is different from everyone else's story that's listening to this. The things that you've gone through, I may not have gone through. The things I've gone through, you may not have gone through. And we can help each other get through tough times, get through the hard times. So that's what I want you to take from this is your mindset matters. You matter. How you talk to yourself matters. How you show up for yourself matters. And being able to help people is what I want to do. And this podcast is my tool. This is my purpose, is helping people. And it's always been my purpose to help people. Being in the military for so long, being a leader or whatever, you show up for people. You take care of people. And that's what I want to continue doing, is taking care of people that listen to this podcast, that go through the same things that I go through or have gone through, and show them, hey, this is kind of how I navigated it, and either it worked or it didn't, and I wish I would have maybe done it this way or done it that way, or this is how I tackled this, this challenge or this issue, something to, give them a different perspective on how to handle things or how to show up for themselves. Because at the end of the day, like I said, and I've said it multiple times, you have to show up for yourself. You cannot expect someone else to love you the way you need it. You cannot expect someone to never stop loving you, to always be with you, to never leave you, because it's going to happen. Things change. People come in and out of your life, and you have to be so secure that you're okay with that. And it goes with the positive talk, with the self-esteem of knowing that, hey, if that friend leaves, I'll have another friend. I'll make another friend. Or if that person leaves me, that's okay. I'll find someone else. It starts with that talk, that self-talk, the self-esteem, building that mindset, knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what happens in your life. No matter if you get fired, no matter if that person leaves, no matter if you have a death in the family, no matter what, you will be okay. And it goes to that mindset. Having that strong mindset, having yourself so strong up here that nothing phases you. Now, I don't mean you don't cry, you don't feel emotions, you don't feel pain. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you're able to go through a breakup, through a divorce, through a death in the family, go through all those emotions, all that sadness, but still be able to show up, still be able to get through it, because life is going to throw curveballs at you all the fucking time. Are you strong enough to get through it? Are you strong enough to get past that divorce? Are you strong enough to get past that person leaving you? Are you strong enough to get past somebody in your family that you cared about dying? Because if you're not, that's some dark times. So that mindset, having that strong mindset, putting yourself in tough situations, having that talk, making sure that your mind is strong for when life throws things at you, you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to navigate through those challenges, because it's tough. And I think the small habits will build. That self-awareness, the small habits build upon that to where you can get your mind so strong that nothing is going to fucking phase you or end you, right? We're going to be able to get through some things. We're going to be able to get through the pain. It's going to be sad. It's going to take time. You're going to feel your emotions, but you're going to get on the other side and you're going to be okay. You know that you can get through this. I need you to get to this point in your life that your mind is so strong that no matter what you face, you know at the end of the day, no matter how long it takes, you will be on the other end of that, standing tall, strong, and ready to continue on with your life. And it starts with self-awareness. It starts with fucking the self-habits, the small habits, the self-talk, the self-esteem, building all that up. And I get it. You're listening to this and you're like, how do I do it? You just start. Self-awareness. Every time that you say something negative, you say something positive. And you continue saying something positive. Continue saying something positive. Continue showing up. Continue building that self-esteem. If you're not happy with something, you start working on it. Start working on it. The affirmations, the gratitude, the visualization of what your life is going to be, what your future looks like, right? That's where I want you to be. That's why mindset matters. And the power of self-talk is so important. So very important. And I don't want y'all to forget that. And you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. Not every single day is going to be a great day. You may have a hiccup here and there. It's a process. For so long, I had that negative self-talk. So it's taken me years to get that rhythm, to get that work put in, to get the small habits, to build the small habits and continue on with the small habits of talking to myself, of showing gratitude, of letting myself know that, hey, I love you. I'm showing up for you. All these things matter, and showing up matters. So continue putting in that work, continue showing up for yourself, and you're going to be fucking great. You're going to be good. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. Yeah, so this is the episode right before Christmas. I had to do it that way I can spend time with my daughters. So I hope all of y'all have a great Christmas. Spend time with your families. Spend the holidays with your families, whichever holiday you enjoy, and have a great fucking time. And remember and be grateful for the things you have in your life. Be grateful for the people that you have in your life. And remember to love yourself. Remember to show up for yourself. Remember that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to have bad days. It's okay to have some self-doubt every once in a while, but get out of it. Know that you're going to be okay. Know that you're going to get out of it. Know that, hey, today may be a bad day, but tomorrow is going to be good, or an hour is going to be good. This is where I want you to be. This is what I want you to think about. Because if I can do it, if I can start building my mind, if I can start talking to myself in a positive way, if I can start believing in myself, if I can start loving myself, then you can. Again, it's just going to take some effort. It's going to take some work. It's going to be some challenges there. It's going to be a long road, but you can fucking do it because I believe in you. I believe in you. If no one else is telling you they believe in you, I fucking believe in you. I do. All right? I believe in you. I know you can do this. It's just going to take a little bit of work, a little bit of effort, and a little bit of patience, and a little bit of grace. Because at the end of the day, you're only human. We're not perfect. But you got this. I believe in you. So, thank y'all. If you're still listening, thank you for episode 17 for supporting me across these past couple of months. Again, if this episode resonated with you or any of the episodes resonated with you, or if you're a follower, please share the podcast out with your friends and family. Post it on social media, whatever you got to do. In the comment section, write a comment. Let me know what you want to hear. I can knock it out in another episode. Let me know what you think about this episode or other episodes. Yeah, I appreciate all of y'all. And I hope y'all have a great week. And thank y'all for taking time out and listening to me ramble about mindset and how it matters and the power of self-talk. I hope y'all have a great week. I appreciate every single one of y'all.